Hey everyone! Each day we curate the top EHS news stories from around the world in our EHS News App. Ones that directly impact our members, move the needle, are trending, or are just plain interesting. I'm Helen Cleary, the founder and leader of the OSHA Proterie, and I'm sharing 7 Proterie Picks from October that I think you should check out. The first is a major story this month. New heat injury research linking higher temperatures to increased workplace injuries. The lead author is a senior research scientist at Harvard School of Public Health, and the last listed author is David Michaels, former head of OSHA. The paper landed just in time for the final comment window on Fed OSHA's proposed heat standard. They cleverly geocoded OSHA injury tracking system data with daily heat index. The lead author noted that risk rises at 80 degrees and takes off at 90, mirroring Fed OSHA's proposed triggers. He also emphasized that heat impacts aren't limited to heat illness. There were upticks in falls, equipment mishaps, and even workplace violence. The study will be compelling for the docket. One caveat that we highlighted in our submitted comments to OSHA is the ITA data set reflects employers with 100 plus employees in high hazard industries. So it's not reflective of every work environment, and it doesn't seem to consider environmental risk factors, which both are materially affect risk. Many outlets covered this story this month, or in October. Second, from SciTechDaily, an international research team challenges the idea that lead exposure is purely a modern post-industrial issue. They argue that ancient lead exposure shaped early human evolution, potentially influencing the development of cognition and language. Next, mental health and wellness in the workplace continues to be a hot topic. It's bridging traditional occupational health and safety. We're tracking the trend in psychological safety now. Research highlighted by the Harvard Business Review shows that middle managers report the lowest level of psychological safety at work. This is important for organizations aiming to improve culture and performance. Our fourth story is from California's Yuba County's Board of Supervisors. They approved $200,000 for the Sheriff's Department to fight a $185,000 Cal OSHA citation stemming from the death of an officer during a drug trafficking operation shootout. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Also in California, some good news. The Tijuana sewage crisis cleanup in San Diego is ahead of schedule. 2 projects have a combined 9 months shaved off the timeline. EPA says the MOU between Mexico and the U.S. could save roughly 12 years of construction overall. There's more to do, but this is meaningful progress with that issue. Next, for my fellow regulatory nerds, an Ogletree Deacon's analysis highlights a Sixth Circuit decision that could open a pathway to a modern ergonomics rule without violating the Congressional Review Act. So a quick history, Congress struck down an ergo rule in 2002 via the CRA, effectively blocking future rules. John Surma suggests that this decision may create a new path forward. Long runway, but it's notable and interesting after all these years, 20 plus years on ice, that there could be potential future for an ergo rule. Finally, PI Insurance's 2025 State of Workplace Safety Report that was released this month found that 75% of surveyed small businesses reported an injury in the last year. Pretty high number. But the report also includes a list of unusual injuries and then the subsequent workplace policies. Because as we know, incidents often produce new rules. So a few memorable ones that jumped out at me, no hitting golf balls at work, no high heels on hard floors, and only managers operating coffee machines. I get the concern about high heels on concrete, but a floor restriction, it must have been a serious foot or ankle injury. Regardless of how strange or humorous it seems to be, behind the unusual injuries and incidents, they're serious. They had some really serious incidents listed. But it was a useful way to spotlight injury prevention and remind organizations of every size, small, medium, large, to keep worker safety front and center. Okay, that is 7. You can find links to all 7 in the post. We flagged many more EHS stories from members, but these are a few Proterie Picks from October that we pulled to share. The news cycle moves fast. If you want to stay ahead and receive timely updates on EHS news and trends, agency activity, follow us and reach out for more information. All right.